Hi, welcome. In this presentation, we are going to look at the potential benefits of using a NoSQL document store database. We are going to focus on Miller's Musical Emporium, or MME, as a company which supplies musical instruments and other associated media across the UK. So a NoSQL document store database is a type of NoSQL database which stores data in the form of document in a JSON format. The data stored in document in this format is represented as a key value pair. So for each data within the document, there is a key and a value, and the key is used to access the data within the document. So JSON stands for JavaScript Object-Oriented Notation. It's a format which provides an easy interchange of data. It is language independent and supports different data types such as strings, integers, dates, boolean, floats, binary, and many others. A popular NoSQL document store database is MongoDB. It's a type of database which doesn't have a fixed schema, so there is that flexibility to insert novel fields into the document or update the structure of the document as we desire. So the basic concept of NoSQL document store database is such that related data is stored in a single document, and then related documents are stored together to form a collection. So in the case of MME, for instance, so customers with related data could be stored in document 1, and the stores with related data could be stored in document 2 for the warehouse item, in document 3, for the products in document 4, for the transactions in document 5, and when these documents are grouped together, they form a collection. So within each document, we could also have sub-documents, and these sub-documents are often referred to as embedded documents. We are going to see their importance just in a moment. And the documents within the collections are independent, and this tends to enhance performance and also reduce concurrency issues. So what happened to the commonly used relational database management system? Why do we need NoSQL databases? So prior to NoSQL databases, relational databases were heavily used, and they are still commonly used even in the industry up to today. With relational databases, the data is stored in tables, and the table consists of columns with attributes, and the data is saved in records or in rows, and the tables relate with each other through joins. So as the data grows bigger, scaling becomes an issue, and scaling will have to be done vertically, and vertical scaling can only be supported up to a certain limit. There is also the problem of inability to manage unstructured and semi-structured data, especially with the search in web data, which most of the time is unstructured or it's semi-structured. So NoSQL documents or NoSQL databases were designed to resolve some of these issues because they can handle huge diverse data sets. Horizontal scaling can be done to handle the large data loads. They support unstructured, semi-structured, and even structured data. So they kind of offer that flexibility, that availability, and that power for developers to manipulate and efficiently manage the data. So let's now have a critical look at some of these benefits. They provide a huge scaling potential. So a NoSQL document store databases provide horizontal scaling, in which additional machines or servers can be added to the machine cluster to meet the data storage volume or the traffic. And this is even more useful nowadays with cloud computing, which makes it even cheaper, because if you use cloud computing services such as Microsoft Azure or Amazon Web Services, you can pay for just what is required and then add more machines, in this case virtual machines, to the cluster as needed. So for an organization such as MMV, as the number of customers, the number of stock warehouses, or the number of products, or the number of transactions increases, scaling will be required. So NoSQL document store databases provides the horizontal scaling, so there is that flexibility to add more inexpensive computers to meet the data load requirements. There is the ease and flexibility to handle document data structures by developers. So software engineers working for an organization such as MNV will find this very useful, because it gives them that flexibility to easily manage the data structure to meet the application need, because there's even going to be less extract, transform, and load, and this is going to speed up development, because it gives the developers more control of the data. It also supports unstructured, semi-structured, and structured data. So in addition to the ability to manage huge diverse data, the document store databases support unstructured, semi-structured, and even structured data. So they have the capability to index unstructured text. So what happens is that this is going to increase the data load for an organization such as MMV, because most of the data that will even be coming for such an organization will be unstructured. So this will in turn help the organization to make better and more inclusive decisions with the huge amount of data set that they have at their disposal. Yeah, so it also provides, or they also provide, a high performance. So a document store database provide high performance by reducing the number of input or output activities that will be occurring within the database system by and this is done through the embedded document concept. So indexing can be used now to indexing can be used on NoSQL document store database, and this is going to support faster queries and even speed up the data request. They provide high availability. So a document store database supports what is known as replication. So a replication set can be established. A replication set here is just a group of computers or servers which keep the same data set as the original server. So this can ensure self-restore. This can in turn ensure that there is self-restore failures. There is a self-activate. It can self-activate redundancy, and this tends to increase the availability of the data. It also supports more than one storage engine. So what happens is that a document store database supports search engines such as White Tiger storage engine, Nmap v1 storage engine, and it also supports third-party applications, third-party API, and this type of database tends to now increase the interaction that you have with other applications or other interfaces. So in this presentation, we've looked at a NoSQL document store database, and we said it's a kind of database which stores data in documents in adjacent formats, and when the documents are grouped together, they form a collection, and it supports embedded documents. So an organization such as MME, which uses this type of database, is going to benefit from a huge scaling potential. They're going to have the ease and flexibility to handle the document data structures by their developers, and it's going to support unstructured, semi-structured, and structured data. It's going to provide high performance, it provides high availability, and it's going to support more than one type of storage engine. So these are some of the references that we use in developing this presentation, and thank you for your attention.